Try something today. I got just enough time to give it a try, I think. Something I've been wanting to do. I saw a video, geez, I forget the name of it. I hate when Chandler's stupid, but it's this important sword. It's Uffenberger or Uffendorf or something like that. I saw that the dude make it, and he took 3 pieces of steel and forge welded them together to make the core, and it looks magical to me. So I want to try it. So what we're going to do is we got some bandsaw blades, seven deep on 2 sets of bandsaw blades, and then what I'd like to do is put a piece of cable in between, all right, so that we have a sandwiched look like this. And then what I'm thinking I can do once we're done with that, if it works, that's the thing, is can Chandler do something like that? Then a dagger or a sword or something like that would be a cool outcome, because you'd have that different pattern running down the center and the layers on the bevel. So that's what we're going to try. Let me forge weld these guys up. I'll take you in and out, probably not for the whole journey, but we're going to start with the bandsaw blades. Hopefully it won't take too long. A few videos with bandsaw blades, so you can go back and look at those for the fine details, but we just brought this up to temperature. We're going to flux down between the edges. I typically have good luck with bandsaw blades, but not always. The magic of forge welding exists still. We'll bring that up to a temperature. Up for that first forge weld. That should have been a good stick, let's hope. I'll hit her 2 more times just to make sure. She feels stuck. I'm going to flex it up on the edges again like I always do. And go back in. One more time with this sucker. We are okay there. Alright, I'm going to let this cool down. I'm going to grind off those teeth. In the meantime, I'll get that next set of bands up. Do the first weld on the second one just in case something wonderful happens. Or not. Alrighty, we staggered a little there, but hopefully we got a stick in the process. We didn't start much on fire in the process. That felt good. One more on that one. This spot I'll bring you along for the second weld here. Alright, let's hope that was enough. Usually I do 3, but today we're going to do 2. Alright, let that one cool down. This one here, I ground the teeth off and cleaned off one side. We're going to split this, fold it, and draw it out once. Just to give me more layers, and then we'll do the same with the other, and then we'll get that cable done. Let's split this in half, see if my welds took. We want to split this side right there. I see delamination occurring, so we're going to have to be careful of that. We'll fold that in half. Alright, I don't know why I decided to only do 2 welds, and I think I'm going to be haunted by it. Hopefully not for the rest of the project, but certainly for now. Hopefully we can salvage that. That'll give us 14 layers of something to play with. If we can get them to stick. So I'm going to flux it up again. We got some major welding to do, 3-pounder welding. Let's see what happens. On this one, let's hope everything works well. Man, shit goes flying sometimes. We're going to do 1 more of those, and then we'll see about narrowing it up and drawing it out. Flux it up again just a little. Feels good, but that don't mean nothing on the inside. I'm happy with what it this time. Let's hope we are. Let's hope we are. That doesn't look horrible. Alright, let's see about drawing it out without splitting her open. Let's hope, let's hope. This thing's pretty darn hot here for a minute until we're comfortable. I'm not 100% confident yet. I'd like to get a square out of it if I can. See some bubbles going on here. Again, this is just an experiment, so if it doesn't work perfectly, I'm not going to be upset. But at the same time, I hope it works enough so I can prove the point. Hope it works enough so I can prove the point with bringing three pieces together. A little hotter, just to see if we can get that bubble that might be on there stuck. What I'm seeing here, but we'll see what we can work with when we get there. Not exactly liking how that looks. We'll go one more time with it. Edge. See if we can get this edge to stick a little better now. I think we're getting where we want to be, but here's what it is. Let's get it square. I see major troubles on this side, that side. Son of a bitch. Let's crack them open. I'll give her one more shot at it. Hopefully we'll get it. Hopefully. Enough to do the project anyway. Hammer an edge like that, but with a good weld it should work. With a good weld it should work. Let's get it flattened back out. I want it square, but we'll go with this rectangle. That'll be fine. Alright. So there's one piece of the puzzle, hopefully. Hopefully. We'll get that cleaned up. Now I got this other one to do. I'll be back when I'm done. I'm going to go in for a third weld on it and then fold it, grind it, fold it. And once it's like that one I just finished, we'll come back and start that cable. Clean this one up a little bit. Let's hope that stuck something. Alright, we're going to grind those teeth down and fold it. Now let's heat her up, get her cut, and see what we end up with on this one. Well, that second one right here gave you as much trouble as the first one. I'm not certain. I got a hell of a thing going down the middle, but you know, we're going to keep going. Again, it's the idea of the concept working. So there's our two end pieces. Now I need to forge weld that cable and put it in the middle. Then we'll see what we're after. let's go ahead and see if we can take this cable and get some forged. Well, this is off old handle that I had, but the cable should be all right to use. Now we'll get her heated up, we'll get her cleaned out, get her twisted together tight, and hopefully we can turn this into a solid mass. I get her nice and hot, smack her on the anvil to clean it up a little bit, get some of the stuff out of there we don't want. Ouch, that one jumped right up on my neck. Like that, just to kind of clean it up a little bit. I'll heat her back up a little and we'll put her in the vise and tighten her up. Good old twist in the vise here. Just to tighten things up a little bit. Consolidate that mass, get rid of some of the air that's in there. Hopefully give me a bigger size of steel when I get done in width. So again, we tighten that up. Can't see what you can see. Alright, kind of like that. Yeah, no jokes on that one, you goofballs. But, yeah, alrighty. We'll go ahead and get some flux into the mix here a little bit. A lot of stuff inside this cable, so we'll just give her a good old flux. It'll be a big mess when we're hammering, but we gotta try to squeeze that crap out of there. I'll do like, you know, maybe half, and then I'll do the other half. Usually I take this cable a little bit at a time. And there you have it. We'll go in for our first heat. Heat it up, we'll coat some out here. Just like that. We wanted to go a little farther, but we started getting a little warm there. We'll go back in. A little bit more flux back in, and we'll just keep working back on it with our hammer. Take another go at it. Miss twice. It's not bad. We'll go in this section again. We'll reflux it. Nice fire going now. Try another go here. Just going to tighten this up a little bit. My back is starting to uncurl, so I don't want to have any grief with that. Then we'll come back and we'll get this next section on that first level. Actually, I want to clean this up, reflux that part of it. It's been open and closed a few times. And then we'll go back in, hopefully for the last part of it. Looks like I might end up with enough steel, I hope, to match those other two pieces. That's what I'm trying to do. Alright, let's hope we got enough going on here. Alright, we'll take that one more time with that, and then we'll grab the 3-pounder and work the whole thing in. I think we're looking pretty good. Here comes the rain. Here comes the rain. One more time. With the 2-pounder, let's hope. Alrighty, we'll clean it off, go one time through from tip to tail with the 3-pounder just to set everything where I want it to be. Boy, it's starting here with that rain. Now cool my handle down a little bit. Boy, it's getting on the warm side. And again, right from the beginning, 3-pounder all the way down through. Let's say we're pretty close anyway. 2-pounder on the end. Looks good. We'll come back, heat this up here, and finish her up. I think that piece is looking okay. Rains are coming down now, so you can imagine Chandler in his driveway right now. I was out there once. People asked me to apprentice or, you know, help out in the shop. The shop's so small and I don't know what I'm doing yet, and I'm still not back on my feet totally. But now's the time when I wish I had one, because I'd say, hey, go check and see if my windows are down on that truck. Finish this job up right here. We're going to call that welded. Got more than we need. We'll work this section out here. What I'll try to do, I think I'll just flatten it. Because I'm concerned about the layers in here, I think I was going to forge weld them this way on the edge, but I think I'm going to do it this way. That way I can actually maybe clean up some of the mistakes. So this piece actually, the cable is actually just about the right width for me to do that. So I can go ahead and now sandwich this in here, which is the whole point of this project. Because it's something I've always wanted to do and I haven't done yet. And we're going to turn that one this way. So let me get everything cleaned up, cut off, put together in a billet. And now let's start what the whole thing Chandler wanted to do. Start what is the whole thing Chandler wanted to do in the first place. I mean, go back. Be back. Stay tuned. Don't hang up. I might could have just started the video right here. So what I did, in the center I have the cable billet, and then on the outside here I have the bandsaws. Now I turned the bandsaws 90 degrees from what I really wanted to do. I did that because I can see that there are some really scary spots here in the forge weld. So I'm hoping that in this forge weld we can either clean those up, or if where the scary spots are, I put those to the outside. If we have to, we can grind them off. Again, this is the whole point of the project today, is this particular type of welding. Can I do it? I haven't tried that before, where I'm trying to mix together different billets, different patterns. Hopefully it'll work for me. We'll go ahead and get this thing heated up. We'll get her cleaned up, tightened up a little bit. We got some gaps here I want to take out. Flux it, and then we're going to do what we came here to do. Alright, what I'm going to do before I try bringing these pieces together is just a little bit of flux down through there, just to get in there before I close things up. Hopefully that'll help in the long run. Not a lot, just a little. And then I want to try to close these guys up, and I want to size them down too, so it'll cut it equal in width. Close them up. There we go. I think I'm better happy with that. Yeah, now we got a nice, decently tight billet lined up. Clean that off as best we can. I've never done anything like this before, so I'm not sure. This is a pretty big weld. I'll flux that up. Pretty good now. And we'll slowly, because I want that core just as hot as the outside, we'll slowly bring this thing up to temperature. Because I am. Alright, here goes nothing. I'll work that whole thing if I can. All the way down. Stop there. Things on fire. Even living daylights out of it. And give her one more go. She sure did feel like she wanted to stick. Let's hope we did well. What do you guys think? Did we do well? We're going to find out right now. Here we go. Forge number 2. as scared this time as I was the first time. Here we go. Here we go. Nothing on fire. I think we're okay. I wish I didn't have this channel in here, but I don't dare do anything with it. I might just grind that son of a bitch out. We're gonna find out what we're gonna do here. Looks good, guys. It really does. Let's go in for one more just to make sure that we did what we were supposed to do. Last one. Last one. We're going to call it solid. It is what it is, what it is. So what I'm going to do, because after I did it, I thought about it. I'm going to go ahead. I don't know if it's going to be a big deal or not, but just in case I'm happy with how this turns out. When I put this 3-part billet together, I ran a weld line down the side here, and I don't want that to contaminate the pattern if we get a decent pattern out of this. So I'm going to grind that weld line off. And we're going to see if I can bring these guys down a little bit, maybe to grind them off. Let me see if I can clean it up is what we're going to do. Get much of that. I ground a lot of that off and got these, hopefully that weld line, I hope, again, by the time I grind a knife or whatever out of this thing, we're going to be all right. So I'm going to heat it up, and I'm just going to try to clean this in this direction. At this point, I hope, I mean, I can see 2 different things going on here already. Hopefully we did what we wanted to do. Let me just clean, I'm gonna, again, just try to get that H. If I wanted to make an H, I couldn't do it. There you have it. And work this little fold that might happen over here just to help a little bit. Be careful not to lose my hand. Just so we don't end up with a fold. Looks like that helps. Little one at the end, but we'll be alright. Looks pretty damn good to me. Alright, so now I don't know what I'm going to do with this blade, or this billet in the end, but I think nothing. I'm afraid my laminations aren't strong on the side. But let me go ahead and let's just widen it a little bit so we get something to look at as a pattern, and we'll go from there. We'll go ahead and just filter it out a little. Now, it might just be a wrinkle. Let's hope it's a wrinkle. We really won't work this thing too much farther than we need to until we get it cleaned up, turn it into something else. We'll just flatten it out and we'll go and grind it down and etch it. Just that's good enough for me today. So we see what we got to work with. Alright, I'll go ahead and let this thing cool, and then we'll hit it with the grinder. We'll see what we got. I mean, I can see problems here, but there might be something good in there. To see if the concept worked. I mean, that looks really bad there, but that could be a roll. I don't know. I don't think it is, but let's see. I changed my mind. These 2 spots up here are from this welding, and geez, I would think that we should be able to stick them, and I hate to lose that much of it. This one here comes back to here. I know that the probability of them sticking now after trying 3 times is about as good as my ex telling me she's sorry, but we're gonna give it a try. We're going to give it a try. Heat on this thing. I'm going to bring the 2-pounder out. just to see what we did. I think maybe we helped. I don't know. We'll find out when the fat lady sings. But that's it. Alright, now I'm done. Enough of this craziness, Jim. Enough of this. We'll let that cool and then we'll see what this billet looks like. Decent little billet. There's a lot of weight there. There's, I bet you, a pound anyway. Can't exactly see the pattern through the grind marks right now, but I know it's there because I was seeing it come out for sure. A lot of boo-boos going on. Who knows? I mean, I got some things in here too. They'll show up better in the etch. Let's etch this thing up. What I'm hoping to get is down the middle, a very confused pattern, and then straight lines down the side. That's kind of what I was hoping. Let's see what we get. Let's get our etch out. Drop this thing in there. Hopefully my magnet will be strong enough to pick it up. Don't overflow too much. Don't crack the bottom. Alrighty. We'll give that a good, I'm going to let it soak for a long time. Let's give it a 15-minute soak. Usually, I got lots of drippage here. Usually, just within a few minutes, you're going to see that thing starts showing pattern. As a matter of fact, I can show you now. What the hell. You spent this much time with me. You can see it. I can see it anyway. I trust those gloves more than I should, eh? Anywho, you see in 15. Get a peek at it. It's been about 8 minutes, and let me zoom in so you can see it coming out of the thing. You're going to be shocked. Watch. Is that beautiful or what? Holy cow. Holy cow. I'm telling you. That is a thing of beauty. Of course, you won't focus when I'm up close, will it? Wow. Let me zoom back out. That's just freaking phenomenal. Huh? Beautiful. Beautiful. So there's that weld. Alright. When I started with the MIG weld. So hopefully that mark I can get out when I'm done grinding. It always goes away when you wipe it. Looks so much better when you pull it out of the etch. But it's in there. I mean, it's exactly what I wanted it to do. Question is, will the thing hold together when I turn it into a blade or anything? That's it. We're done. I hope you enjoyed it. There's a hint again, by the way. I hope you enjoyed it. And I know I'm leaving you. Chandler's going to create a new series called the Blue Billeted series, because I'm leaving you a blue billeted, because that's where we're stopping today. Neutralize this thing, and we're going to put it on the shelf, and someday we're going to do something with it. Maybe tomorrow. You never know. But I'm very, very pleased with what happened. And if this thing stays together enough for me to get, you know, can you imagine? I mean, there's enough steel there. I get a 12-inch pig sticker out of that sucker, I bet you. I don't think it will. There's enough blemishes in there that make me nervous. But what a very cool, not too difficult pattern to create. Yeah, lost it in the etch there. Yeah, that's it. I'm done. I'm tired. 3 hours. 3 hours of some pretty heavy hammering. Hope you enjoyed the video. I'll catch you on the next one. Sorry to leave you blue billeted, but that's the way I am. Ciao.